What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. Welcome back to another Matt Perry video. This one is going to be interesting because I feel as though I was just here, but it's been a number of years since I was at this level to where I needed any type of card to just build my credit. I just wanted to build it as fast as I could so that I can get all the cards that I want. I can get a car, I can get a house, I can do everything that I want. I know Dave Ramsey is not a big fan of credit cards, but for a lot of people, this is the easiest way to establish credit so that you can get yourself a house, that you can get all of these other things that you really want and start paying these things off to own property, to own cars, to own, all types of assets, right? But you need those loans to really get started, especially if you are not well off. So for the people who didn't have help from their parents, you are probably wondering, like, how can I apply for a card? How can I get my first card and know that I'm going to be approved for it, right? I don't want to have to go through credit checks and then that takes away from my credit. Whenever I do establish credit, that's also there as a credit check. It's just a mess, right? So let's go over some cards that you will be guaranteed to be approved for. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. And if you want to check out any of my other channels, my main channel, feel free to check that out. But I think this is a very interesting topic because when we look at credit cards, it's always about, what we can be approved for because everything affects our credit. If we apply for something, we have an inquiry that really affects our credit. We have, use, we have credit use that's affecting, we have payments that are affecting it. But for people that don't have anything, right, what do you do? There's got to be some options that are out there. So again, let me go through ones that you'll be guaranteed to be approved for. This doesn't mean that you'll get the best rewards or the best APY. It's just for building your credit, and that's all you really need. That's all I really needed, and I didn't have these options. So be lucky that you are, in that stage now while we have all these options and credit card companies are kind of desperate for more people to be a part of it. Just know that if I had some advice that I was going to give to you, if you are going to get a credit card and this is your first credit card, especially if you have like a high APY or anything like that, no matter what the APY is, you always pay off the credit card in full. It's about establishing credit. It's not about giving yourself extra money because it's not extra money. It's money that you're spending, right? So that's money that's coming out of your bank account every single month. It's only the money that you have. So make sure you're doing that. And if you really just want to build credit, go and buy a pack of gum with it and pay it off every single month. That's all you can ask for if you're looking to just build your credit. So anyways, let's talk about this. Let's start with the first card that will be guaranteed for you to be approved for. Now, for people that have no credit, the easiest route would be a secured credit card. Now, if you have a credit union, that would be the best case scenario because you'd be guaranteed to be approved for those things. But you do have other options. What a secured credit card is basically you are taking your own money and you are using it as a line of credit. So you'll take $200 as a down payment, whether it's the Discover secured credit card, a different secured credit card from like Capital One or something, or, like I said, your credit union's secured credit card. You're going to be able to use that $200 that you put towards it and use it as a line of credit every time. However, you have to pay that $200 back every single month, just like you would if they were loaning you the money. Instead of them loaning you the money, you're loaning the money to them to use it to loan to you. Right? That's really the process here. And then in the end, in most scenarios, not every single scenario, you get that money back after you pay it off. So if you wanted to close the card because you don't want to use you want to use that $200 for something else, then, which I don't recommend just closing it. I would keep it for a long period of time, literally the longest period of time. But eventually you might not want to use that card. You might move on to bigger and better things. You'll get that money back in most cases. So that's really the first way, right? That's really the first card that you have on the board. Yes, that's kind of like a cop-out type of thing because you are, paying your way into it, which is understandable. I mean, paying your way into it in order to establish credit, that's really what it's all about. Just like people that need to fix their credit, right? If you're trying to fix your credit, you're paying in order to fix it. My hands are freezing right now. If you can't tell. Let's get into the second way. The second way that we have here, the second card that we do have on the list is Discover card, right? Discover offers, and there's a lot of companies that are now offering no credit checks and no credit history needed. And all you really need to do is just have an understanding of, how you would pay that money back type of thing. So for Discover, they have the Discover It Student Cash Back card, which they don't have any, credit scores. No credit score is required to apply, but you do need to submit, basically saying that you have money in order to pay things off. Like, you're not going to sit here and just get a credit line without having a job or without having any source of income. So you're guaranteed to get it approved, but you have to have something, right? You're not just going to get a credit card and not be able to pay it off ever. So again, Discover is definitely a good option, and they offer you a bunch of different things if you do get approved for it, like 5% cash back on different places each quarter, like Amazon, grocery stores, restaurants, all that, unlimited cash back and everything there. But I just don't want you guys to get stuck in a situation where maybe you're spending on Amazon and you don't need to spend on Amazon. But if you are a student, you might be buying books and you find the cheaper option on Amazon, which you would end up getting 5% back from that. So either way, you're getting, the student card to where this is a credit builder card. And most of the ones, or all of the ones that you see on this list, are going to be credit builders. Because remember, it's for people that don't have any credit established. Like, you're not going to get, if you think that you were going to come in here and just apply for the gold card and get approved for it, the Amex Gold card, you got another thing coming. That's not really going to happen. The next card that I have on the list is the Chime Credit Builder card, which doesn't really offer you anything, but you go down here and you see the Chime Credit Builder secured credit card, which is another secured, but you have no security deposit requirement. You have no credit check on it, and you have zero APR, basically just using it as that credit builder that's there. Now, you do have the traditional secured credit card, which is 19%, and then you have a credit check, and usually you'll have a $200 to $500 payment, so you could do that. And then you have the traditional credit card where there's nothing there, 12 to 17%, and you still do have that credit check. So if you really wanted to build your credit, you're just using that small credit line in order to buy something small and then paying it off every single month. That's the best way that you can easily do that. And then you also have cards like the Capital One Platinum Visa card, right? The Capital One Platinum Visa card is for, basically people with no credit as well as very bad credit. Now, it all depends on what your income is, again, because you're not going to get approved for a credit line if you don't have any type of income that comes in the door. So this is not the end of this list. There are plenty of cards that are actually out there. I suggest going on Google and searching, or use ChatGPT or whatever. Go on Google and search for, credit cards that will approve you with no credit history or low credit history or, low credit score, all of that, because there are, a lot of options that are out there. It's not like it once was where there's no options at all. And maybe there's one or two, but one of those options is secured credit card. So that kind of just pushes those options out of the door, right? But still, I feel as though whatever you can do in order to establish credit, a secured credit card is not bad. I had a secured credit card. That's how I got started. I got it with a credit union. I put down $200. I was paying it off every single month. And then I was able to get an application for the Quicksilver card with a very low credit score, honestly. They sent me a welcome offer. And I think I had I think it was like 600 or less than 600. It was really low because I had derogatory marks from different stuff, which I didn't even know about. And then, I had my credit that ended up getting wiped away. Not my credit, but the derogatory marks got wiped away because it wasn't even me that did it. So it was just somebody else that did it somehow, some way. But either way, I was able to do that, and I was able to get the Capital One Quicksilver card and work my way up from there. So it may be a longer process. It may be a shorter process. I really don't know how all of this is going to work in the end, but you know where to start, at least. Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.